Ahoy there! The purpose of this video is to highlight the importance of a beam splitter glass for a teleprompter. I made a video recently of a homemade teleprompter which boasted of all the bells and whistles. That is, it had a good camera holder, it had attachments to fix additional lights, microphones to the front, and that it could be easily mounted on a tripod, etc., etc., etc. Today I tried to test it and it does look good initially to the untrained eye. But if I have to illuminate myself with two lights, then it falls short. What happens is that, as I said in the video previously, I have only used a normal picture frame glass for the teleprompter. I did not use a beam splitter glass as I had mentioned in my previous video. And now today I realize the importance of a beam splitter glass. I am going to show you footage of two teleprompters. One is my do-it-yourself homemade teleprompter made out of a wooden frame with a normal glass, and then I am going to compare it with a Glide Gear WB Solo teleprompter which has got a 70-30 beam splitter glass. You can see for yourself the difference that a beam splitter glass will make with least amount of precautions. I am going to change the camera and point it at the two teleprompters which have been assembled in front of me, and then you can see for yourself the difference that a beam splitter glass is going to make. Now you are looking at two teleprompters. The one to the left of me is a Glide Gear WB teleprompter. It has been assembled over an iPad on a light stand below. I have placed a phone projecting device in the tray of the teleprompter, and you can see the lettering, the visibility of the lettering on the screen over there. The one over here, it is my homemade teleprompter. I have placed a tablet, the same script is there, and you can see the script vaguely on the screen. I have taken all precautions. I have put a black screen, I have got a hood for the teleprompter, but yet the script is not so visible, it's not clear at all, it's dull. If I come near, then I can see it better. But if I have to stand at a distance, then I can't see it better. The reason for this is that I have got two lights illuminating me, as I said before, a key light and a fill light. What happens is the light from these two lights falls on me and then reflects off me and goes on to the teleprompter. So, and it passes through the teleprompter beam and falls on the phone, and therefore the whole teleprompter screen is actually illuminated unnecessarily. So if there was to be some reflection from the teleprompter screen, this would not happen. So I am going to show you what happens if I just turn off the two lights. It will not make any difference to your visualizing these two teleprompters, but the light will not be falling on me. Now you can see the words on the teleprompter with the beam splitter glass are still clearly visible, but these are also visible, but to a lesser degree. They are not so bright. I have turned on the display on both the devices to the maximum, but the only difference that is being made is probably because of the quality of glass. So as a result of this, I have decided that a beam splitter glass is invaluable for a teleprompter. If I have to sit close to the teleprompter, then there is no problem, I can see it. But if I have to stand at a distance and speak while I am standing at a distance, then the words become unclear. So again, I have switched on the light, one light on me and another light on me. You can see my reflection, white reflection going through the screen and falling on the teleprompter. You can see the whitish movement. You can see the whitish movement over there. Can you see that? See the whitish movement. But there is nothing over here on this one. So all these small nuances matter, and that is why there is a need for a beam splitter glass. I'm going to get this beam splitter glass. It's available in India for a size of 9 by 9 inches. I think it's going to cost me around 2,500 to 3,000 rupees. I'm going to get it, and then I will meet you in another video, and I will show you what difference this beam splitter glass has made. So as you have seen, beam splitter glass has definitely got a role to play for constructing and usage of a quality teleprompter. All the videos online on YouTube don't talk too much about beam splitter glass except for an odd professional company like Prompter People or President's Teleprompter and all that. Every do-it-yourself teleprompter doesn't use a beam splitter glass because it's, number one, is very difficult to get and it's expensive. So many people who have posted excellent videos on YouTube on teleprompters might have also faced this experience, but they have not voiced their opinions online. I decided to be very honest, and I have made a video. I hope you like this video, and this will be educative for those people who want to make do-it-yourself teleprompters. If you want it to be effective, if you want to read the script from a distance so that your eye movements are minimal, then it is better to purchase a teleprompter with a beam splitter glass, or if you're going to make one, get beam splitter glass and incorporate it in your teleprompter. There is one company in India which sells beam splitter glass. It's based in Delhi. I forgot the name of the company. You can search for it online. They deal only with teleprompters. So I'm going to speak to him right now and ask him to ship a beam splitter glass to me. Hope this video was educative and informative. If you did like this video, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel Madras Joint Replacement Center, where I have made a lot of videos on teleprompters. Like and share. Hit the bell icon after subscribing. I will see you in the next video. Cheers.